My first long-form video after a 2-week short sprint became the most viewed video on this brand new channel, not by accident, but from a system I built around a free AI tool that's been sitting inside YouTube this whole time that almost nobody's using. And it does things I did not see coming. So here's the system for building a channel using Ask Studio step by step. Number 1, identify. Before you ask Studio anything, you need to get 3 things straight, because if you skip this, everything the AI suggests will be technically good, but wrong for you. First, why are you on YouTube? Not to grow my brand or make money. That's not an answer. I mean, what's actually driving you? What's your North Star? For me, it's to help others by sharing what I know and build a coaching business. 1 sentence. Write it down. Second, who are you talking to? I've been calling my ideal viewer Sarah, but given who's actually showing up on this channel, Sam is a better fit. A time-strapped professional who wants YouTube working to support a business without wasting time or money. The more specific you are here, the better Ask Studio performs. Third, your value proposition. What do you do? For who, so that what happens. Mine, I help professionals build YouTube channels that generate leads while they sleep. Once you have those 3 things, you need to decide what to actually say to these people. The smartest way to do that is to find the gaps, the questions your audience or potential audience is already asking that nobody's answering well. You can go into the trims tab in YouTube Studio, but my experience is it's kind of hit or miss. A faster path is Ask Studio, or Sparky, as we like to call him. If your channel has history, ask Sparky for a comment gap analysis on your own videos. It'll tell you exactly what your audience wants more of. New channel or doing a pivot? Follow up with this prompt. What are the comment gaps for your niche across the wider platform? Not just my channel, but everywhere. That opens up what's being discussed right now across your whole niche. For me, in the YouTube strategy space, it surfaced 4 friction points: algorithm anxiety, emotional burnout, AI overload, and the difference between intrigue and clickbait. Then push further. Ask it to suggest a series of 4 to 5 videos that make sense to link together. A connected series is where channels actually break out on this platform, because binge watching is the holy grail of growth on YouTube, and Sparky will build you a series grounded in real platform data, not guesses. Finding good ideas used to take days or cost $50 a month for third-party tools. This prompt takes minutes and doesn't cost anything. But ideas are just the beginning. You still have to prove the audience exists before you go deep on long-form content. Number 2, test. Once you have a series of ideas that make sense for your audience and align with why you're here, run a velocity test. Shorts are a great tool for this. Plan for at least 5, 10 is better. I ran 14 consecutive days, which gave me a ton of data before filming a single long-form video. My setup: I did a building in public series, each video linked to the next with helpful YouTube tips every day. I told Sparky about my target audience, my value proposition, and asked it for 14 ideas targeting gaps in the niche. It came back with a solid outline, data-backed, with reasoning behind each topic. Then I asked it for a high-retention short script template that works for audiences like mine. I tweaked it, filled in the details, got feedback, and started filming. So try this prompt. Create a high-retention short script template for a channel targeting your audience in your niche. The hook should be under 3 seconds. Include a series flag, setup, story bullets, insight, and a bridge to the next video. But the Studio Startup system doesn't stop at upload. After each video went live, I went back to Sparky after the first hour and asked for a performance analysis. It analyzed the packaging, hooks, retention, and suggested changes for both the current and next video based on this data. This is my PALI protocol. Publish, assess, learn, iterate, and I ran it every single day. Some videos did well. Most did okay, some flopped completely, but every one of them produced data. By the end of 2 weeks, I had momentum, a small audience, and enough signal to know exactly where to go next. This kind of short sprint feeds the algorithm data it needs to figure out who your channel is for. But what you do with that data afterwards is where most people leave money on the table. Number 3, analyze. After the sprint, before you film anything else, you need to mine the data on what happened. So I asked Sparky to analyze all 14 shorts, find the patterns, and tell me what people responded to and what they didn't. Here's the prompt. Analyze my last X videos. What topics and hook styles have the highest retention and view-through rates? What does this tell me about what to prioritize in long-form content? What came back instantly would have taken hours to pull from standard analytics, and some of it I might have missed. For example, my 2 highest retention videos weren't my most viewed. They were the ones with a quick win or a personal story. 80% and 75% view through, respectively. The pattern interrupt hooks, the ones that challenged common wisdom or called out a mistake, drove the most views. Videos about the psychological side of starting, fear, procrastination, perfectionism, consistently outperformed tactical content on raw view count. And that last one kind of surprised me a bit, but it directly influenced how I positioned my first long-form video. And this is the step most creators skip. They finish a sprint and just start making more videos. But Sparky will tell you which direction to run if you ask. So by this point, you've validated your niche, you've built a seed audience, and your data is telling you what to make next. The last step is where the channel actually starts turning into a business asset. Number 4, scale. Transitioning from shorts to long form is where a lot of channels stall. The production bar goes up, the feedback loop gets slower, and the temptation is to just keep making shorts because they're so much easier. My first planned long form was always going to be that tough love YouTube stats video, a baseline every creator should see. The short sprint seeded it so that when it went live, it became the most viewed video on the channel, even cracking 100 views, putting it in the top 35% of all YouTube releases. From there, I used the data from step 3 plus Sparky's comment gap analysis to plan a series around Ask Studio itself, tying into the AI fatigue thing, a tool that YouTube is actively promoting, but that most creators have never opened. It's a real content opportunity, and platform data confirmed it. So here's the prompt I used to plan the long-form series. Based on my shorts performance data and the comment gaps in your niche, in my case, the YouTube strategy niche, suggest a series of 4 related long-form videos with titles, hooks, and the specific gap each one addresses. Now the surprises, because there were several things Sparky did that I genuinely didn't expect. When my first long-form video launched with a 0.35% CTR, yeah, horrific, Ask Studio diagnosed the problem as packaging, not the content, and suggested specific thumbnail and title changes. CTR tripled after I made those changes, then later improved by 10x after another round of discussing it with Ask Studio and making the changes. Another surprise, when I gave Sparky my long-form script template, it wrote full scripts in that format and helped me devise better ones for shorts. It also generated actual thumbnails when mine weren't working, usually 2 at a time. It wrote optimized descriptions with timestamps, which is a huge time saver because I hate doing timestamps. Such busy work. It also surfaced hidden patterns in the data that I might not have immediately seen. It suggested growth strategies like clipping specific high retention moments from long-form videos to use as shorts linked back to the long to drive traffic. It even did a channel audit for me, though if you want a real one, apply below. And the funny thing is, Ask Studio wrote the description for this video, including the timestamps, hashtags, and prompts, which you'll find down below. This tool is free. It's already in your dashboard, and it gets better the more channel history you give it. So you've got the 4 steps in the Studio startup system: identify, test, analyze, scale, and the prompts to run each one. But the system only works if you understand what's powering it. Ask Studio has access to data that no other tool can touch in real time, and I'll show you exactly what that means in this video here.